What's going on, guys?
Good to see y'all, man. Thanks for having us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm glad y'all came in today.
It's exciting.
Got double guest, Matt.
It is.
Are we
Excited. I am excited.
Are we the first double team you've ever had?
No, we've had.
I'm not going to say. I'm not answering that.
So we got Hunter and Qadeem from Sessions. Appreciate y'all joining us.
Appreciate you having us, man.
It's like some local celebrities.
Yep. Y'all might want to move those mics a little closer,
A little closer.
just so I can, in recording wise.
Okay, can y'all hear me good now?
Yes.
Good to
Yeah,
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
First podcast I've ever been on. Popping my cherry.
Really?
Same. This is
Okay.
elite.
Awesome. Appreciate it. I'll start us off with some Don Julio. This is our private cast from Jalapenos.
I love it, man.
I didn't text you. Tequila did.
I woke up way too many mornings the next day and said, "Oh man, I promise I didn't do that."
Did the university approve that?
Maybe.
I know they're really tough about that.
Yeah, I ran it by somebody that
In
works there.
landscaping or something?
Yeah, landscaping guy said it was cool. It's one of those it's not the elephant, but it is. But it's not, but it is.
Yeah. You can't trademark an elephant, can you?
They probably can.
In crimson, I'm sure you can.
I don't know. Ain't worried about it. They're almost gone.
That's right.
We got about 3 bottles left.
Yeah.
See what you think about it.
Smells good. Got a good nose on it.
I've probably drank it so many times, and I still am impressed with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
What you think, Dean?
This is fantastic.
I love letting people try that. Like Hayes Webb came on.
Yeah.
I hate tequila. I'm like, try this.
Well, it drinks a lot like a whiskey.
Yeah, exactly.
You
And I was
know,
like,
it's
this
got
is really
good caramel notes to it.
Yeah.
Kind of almost like a rum whiskey blend with those nice agave notes at the end.
Yep. Good
So it's
call.
really, really, really good.
And it's completely different if you get the Reposado Don Julio regular. It tastes completely different. It's
It's
amazing.
not as sweet as I thought it was going to be.
I think that one they aged for 10 months instead of 8 months, so a couple more months. But it's crazy, like the regular one off the shelf, completely different.
It's got good legs on it. Got good color.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was a good pick. I hid a couple cases in my closet, so
listen, we did a barrel pick with Old Forester 2 years ago now,
Yep, 2021.
and I think we got 6 bottles left, and those are
Really?
We're gonna keep those on open for special occasions.
That's awesome.
yeah, I tried that one whenever you did it a while back. It was great.
Yeah, it was a cool experience, man. Getting to go up there, they took me up there. Got to go through the whole distillery. Got to sit with the master taster and
Awesome.
bring all these different whiskeys out, and none of them are labeled, and they don't want you to know anything about them, and they get you to just
Blind.
taste them, and you just push them like this, which ones you like, which ones you don't like, and then you keep cutting them down until you get to the 2 you like, and then you select the one, and then they give you all the stuff about it because they don't want you to have influence on how old it is because
yeah.
Right.
especially in the whiskey community, there's this idea that if it's not old, it's
Absolutely.
not good. And that's not true at all. The best whiskey I've ever had is an 8-year-old whiskey.
Mhm.
You know,
Yep.
and so I think the barrel pick we did was 4.6. It wasn't very old, and
Yeah.
it was better than the 8-year and the 10 years and the 12 years they
great.
had on the table.
That's what I was telling last week. A buddy of mine, we did some blind tasting at my house. I gave him a Pappy 23. He's like, this tastes like shit. He's like, this
Tastes
tastes
like dirt.
It tastes like pure
Uh-huh.
oak. What is it? I showed him. He's like, no way.
This
Yeah.
might not click with you, but you remember I grew up in the woods. I grew up on a farm in the middle of nowhere, and we used to go out in the woods and play. Well, you find those old rotten logs, and you start digging into them, and that smell that comes out when you start digging in them logs, that's what Pappy 23 tastes like. So
And it's stupid price, too.
yeah, so I'd much rather drink when it comes to that. The 12 year is my favorite one, the 12 and the 15.
Yeah.
But honestly, the 12 is it's the easiest to get a hold of. It's still
Yeah.
expensive, still pricey, but it's easy
I
to
actually
get a
like
hold
the 10-year-old better.
of.
Really?
I like it better than the 12 or the 15. I think it's just a allure of it.
It
You got
is.
Pappy.
Well, it's a lot of people that get caught up on age statements.
Yeah, that's true, too.
You know, and because bourbon isn't Scotch,
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky has 4 seasons. It gets hot, it gets cold. Scotland has really one season. It's just kind of Scotland all year round,
the
you
time.
know. So you can age something for 20 years, and it's not coming in and out of that barrel constantly, and that's why 20-year-old scotches are better than
are,
an
yeah, for sure.
8-year-old scotch.
That's true.
Yep.
Now you're talking about that. That was one of my questions I was asking you. Got any new barrel picks coming up? thinking about doing any?
I'll let him take this. He kind of handles all operations. I don't know who he's been talking to. I just provide the checkbook at this point.
Yeah, we've talked to James Joseph with Old Forester.
Okay.
Actually, a couple weeks ago about it. I don't know when, maybe this year. If not next year, we'll definitely do another Old Forester pick.
Okay, cool.
For sure.
Same single barrel blue label.
Maybe. We'll see.
You know, we had a lot of success with that, but, you know, I think that what would be more appealing to the general public would be doing 100 proof.
Yeah. That's what
I
we got
agree
that
with
one
that.
from Rashawn, a home package from Tuscaloosa. That was a really good one. He just came
Now,
out
do y'all
with.
sell it by the bottle, or is it strictly just
We
for
were
drink?
selling it by the bottle.
Okay.
Until we got down to a certain point.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we said, okay, we're going to keep the rest, just sell it by the ounce, sell it in old fashions and things like that. But,
Yeah.
you know, when you get the 100 proof, they water it down for people that don't know how liquor works. You know, it comes out of the still at 100 and whatever. And then it goes in the barrel, and it comes out of the barrel at less than what it came out of the still, but still a very high proof. And then you add water to it to proof it down. So when you do the 100 proof, you get more bottles. It becomes a better price point, and then we can actually be able to sell more in a cheaper old fashioned and things like that.
You make more money too selling it by the shot.
That's right.
Than the bottle. We had a ton of people buying this by the shot. You're like, can I buy a shot? I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Please do.
Yeah.
You can
Why
buy
we
a
got
bottle,
it.
but please buy shots of it because a little more.
You can buy a bottle by the shot if you'd like.
That's exactly right. Buy a shot and then buy the bottle.
Exactly.
So,
Some people do that too. I was telling, I wasn't going to talk about it because it's pissing me off. I was telling Qadeem they cut that out for us now. A restaurant liquor license can only sell $3.75.
oh,
I can't
really?
sell a $7.50 anymore.
You know, we might
New
be
law.
telling on ourselves, but it hasn't been. We haven't sold a bottle in over a year.
Yeah,
easily.
it's been a long time.
So because we haven't had
Yeah,
had any,
Yeah,
but
of course.
I want to say that we post COVID they extended it to where we could sell up to a liter bottle.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Then they said, I don't think they changed it for bars. I think it's just restaurants now. They went to $3.75.
That's
No,
kinda-
no reason. They just signed it into law.
It doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't.
You know, well, a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense. One of the things that we've talked about is in trying to get the state of Alabama on board is from a labor standpoint. Why can you be 18 and serve alcohol in a restaurant,
Yeah.
but you can't be 18 and serve alcohol in a bar? And I understand it's like, well, the lounge license says you have to be 19. Okay, that's fine. Well, why can't we have a 19-year-old
Yeah.
carry drinks from the bar to the table
It's really,
with our service
it's
model?
really bass backwards.
It would help great with our service model with how we operate.
Yeah, for sure.
If we could tap in, also, you know, tap into that 19-year-old, 20-year-old pool
Because you've got a school full of
full
it.
of them. You know, by the time we get a 21-year-old, they're on the way
They're
out
gone.
the door.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a restaurant in Auburn that, I mean, I'm not gonna say their name because I don't know if they want me saying their name or not, but I know that they don't hire you if you're over a sophomore because they're not going to train you because the goal of working there is that you're working until you're done with school.
Yeah.
And so they don't even hire you if you're over a sophomore because they don't want to put the time, energy, and effort to training you,
Makes
and then
sense.
you're gone.
Yeah.
You know,
I get
6
it.
months later.
Yeah.
And like you said, it doesn't make sense. You know, we're right down the street from you. You can go to you, buy shots, buy a bottle, come to jalapenos. You can only buy a little bottle.
Yep.
Like, that makes no sense.
So we just need to do the barrel pick with you next
Yeah, there you
time,
go.
and
Just
then
sell it. Hey,
Yeah,
go
a little
down the street.
collaboration.
Yeah.
we'll sell it. We'll sell it with your name on it.
Yeah.
And I think realistically, I think that if you wanted to sell us, if y'all want to do the barrel pick and say it's jalapenos
Yeah,
barrel
so,
pick,
yeah.
and you said, Hunter, would you pick up 4 cases of this?
Yeah.
We would pick it up.
Yeah.
You know, and then we could sell your bottles from the bar,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
we'd make
that's
the
very
money,
true.
but
Yeah, yeah.
y'all, you know,
Get
at
the
least
name out there.
Get the name out there.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, it was a whole cluster going through it with Montgomery.
Yep.
No, y'all know how it is.
It just took forever. I think that we did the
did.
pick. I think we did the pick in March, and we didn't get the barrel until like November.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. My whole pallet sat in Montgomery for 3 weeks.
Did it?
It's on the truck. It's on the truck. It's on the truck. Never showed up. So I called him like, I'll come pick it up.
Yep.
So me and my assistant manager, Hannah, we drove to Montgomery and loaded it up, bootlegging.
That's great, man. That's awesome.
I was like, I just want to get it. It's, $15,000 sitting there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to sell it.
There's a few people in the industry, not in Tuscaloosa maybe, but in Birmingham. They drive to Montgomery all the time to go pick their stuff up.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I'm not waiting anymore. We need this product. We're constantly going through this product.
Yeah.
And we know it's there. We're just going to go get it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they do it like every Wednesday, I think.
Oh,
So,
really? Just
yeah.
drive down there. Have you been to the warehouse?
I have not.
It's pretty cool. Look, you been there?
No, I haven't been there.
It looks like a mail center. They got boxes flying around and coming down chutes and all kind of stuff. It's a pretty cool looking place.
I know it's a big operation.
Yeah,
You know,
like
riding the whole
pallets of Blantons and all kind of stuff. You're like, Where's all that going?
Yeah, exactly right.
Right.
Well, yeah, I think the state just holds it back.
Yeah.
I was
man.
going to say, is it even going anywhere?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just sitting there. That sure is. It's a cool place, though. If you ever get a chance to go check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not worth the trip, but
No, it's not Disney. It's not Disney
if you,
World.
yeah, if you have to
So,
go there,
speaking of
pretty
Disney
cool.
World, I was in Asheville, North Carolina, and the Sierra Nevada opened up their other brewery
Yep.
for the East Coast in Asheville, North Carolina. You talk about the Disney World of breweries.
It is. I've
It's
toured it, and it's impressive.
It's incredible,
Yeah.
man. And like they got the restaurant in there, and being able to, they got a bar down at the river where you can kayak up to, and they got hiking trails. And when we were out there, they were getting ready to connect Oscar Blues and Sierra Nevada through bike trails, like mountain biking trails. So now they've got all these breweries in Brevard, and they're all connecting the brewery. So you can go mountain bike and drink and go kayak. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It's hard not to live in that city because that
Oh,
city is
yeah.
just so much going on.
you know, when
That's
I
Matt's place.
Yeah.
man, it's great. That portion of the country is great. I prefer the American West when it comes to mountains.
Yeah.
When it comes to doing things like that, but you know, the Smoky Mountains and that portion of the country ain't far behind. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's not too big of a step down, and it's actually better in some regards than even out west.
Yeah, I would say Asheville triggered my passion to be in this industry.
Really?
I took a trip there in 2017, and I went to like my first true cocktail bar, had my first like true old fashioned made correctly. I was like, this is it. Like, this is what I want to do.
Nice.
Like, I love this. I love the scene, the ambiance, and you know, watching the bartenders craft things from behind the bar. I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. And it kind of took off from there. So
pretty cool.
I owe Asheville a lot. That's my place as well.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Were you living there then?
Oh no,
Just visiting?
Just visiting.
Yeah.
First time, like really up the, I guess like the East Coast, up in the Carolinas. So I had never really been in that type of environment until I got up there, and it was really cool.
Awesome. Well, speaking of that, like I know y'all are kind of the first, almost like he was saying, cocktail bar coming into Tuscaloosa before all these others started popping up. So how'd that come about, Hunter?
Well, you know, I guess from the beginning, I'm fortunate that I realized at a young age that, you know, I wanted to own a bar. You know, I started washing dishes for Bill Lloyd over at Will Hagen's when I was 19 years old. And, you know, I knew 24 hours into my first day on the job, I said, this is what I want to do. I want to own a bar one day. I said, this is awesome. Like, what's not fun about getting to stay up late, get people drunk and party a little bit? And, you know, so when I realized that I wanted to open up a bar, you know, I kind of started going in on, you know, trying to get from dishwasher to bar back to bartender, and finally cut my teeth. Johnny Hudson and Jennifer Elliott over at Catch 22 were kind enough to give me my first real bartending job, and got to work at Catch 22. And that's when I realized that I didn't want to deal with food. I just moved back from Fort Collins, Colorado, and kind of made the decision out there. I was working at a little like gastropub place that did pizza, and then it turned into a bar at night. And I said, you know, I don't want to do the food component. I really like the staying up till 2 a.m. I like, you know, making drinks. Everything about food takes all the fun out of selling alcohol. And that's my philosophy. That's why we don't have food, is because dealing with the kitchen. I mean, anybody that's ever going to listen to this podcast that has a kitchen knows that, man, a kitchen's it's hell. So, you know, being able to say, well, now I've zoned in on like, this is what I want to do. I want to own a late night bar. And was working with a guy named Mike Nims, and we got really, really into making cocktails and reading a lot of these good books. And I'll never forget Johnny showing up with the bar book by Jeffrey Morgenthaler and letting us read it. And he had just made raspberry syrup, and we made our first Clover Club at the bar. And I was like, man, this is fire. Like, and this is different than just, you know, pouring whiskey Sprites. And so from there, I was just really started reading, really started learning. You know, luckily I was coming about an age that YouTube was real prevalent, and, you know, was able to learn everything through the internet, YouTube, and reading. And, you know, just really kind of went all in and had a dream. And when we opened the, you know, found the location and opened the doors. And from the beginning of 18, I opened at 29. So I got the job at Catch. I was 22. You know, it took about 7.5 years to really get everything in order and save capital and get it going. And, I just knew that if we could open up a bar that all they did was specialize in higher-end cocktails and spirits, we could have a lot of success in downtown Tuscaloosa.
Yep.
Sure.
And this guy was my first hire. He was in Scotland on a hiking trip, and I called him. He was in a tent, and we were FaceTiming, and you hear the rain hitting in the background. And been fortunate that how you work hard and you put a lot of positive energy into things, and things usually play out the way you want them to. And
That's true.
We've 4 years in Tuscaloosa, 1 year in Auburn. Just had our 1 year anniversary in Auburn.
Has it been that long?
Yep.
That's
crazy.
wild, man. So we got a bright future ahead of us. We're currently working on trying to scale our project and systemize and streamline the things we do so we can create some opportunities for our team members and hopefully future people that want to come on board with the company.
Awesome. Very cool. And Qadeem, you kind of started at the bottom, I guess, there. Just started as a bartender almost, and
Yeah.
you worked your way up, right?
It's kind of crazy because, like, I remember I applied to manage, and I remember in the interview him telling me he already had a manager, and I self-motivation. In the back of my head, I was like, that is motivation for me to build on this and at some point set a goal for myself to, maybe manage one day. And we opened up in 2019, and I was a full-time bartender, and we came back from the mighty quarantine.
Yeah, it was wild.
It was.
And the crew that we had then, we all really bought into it, and we started really taking everything seriously from our service model and how we're delivering product and stuff like that. And slowly I became more passionate about it, and I was already passionate about the cocktail side of things, but I really became more passionate about the customer service side of things, building relationships, networking, making what we did memorable for people that were coming into the bar room. And that's when I really knew okay, I want to let's take this to the next level. And I started getting more responsibility and became an assistant manager. And in January 2022, I got promoted to general manager. This summer, July, I ended up getting promoted to director of operations. So
Awesome. Very cool.
a very, very exciting 4 years. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about the service industry and hospitality and how there's so many different components to it.
Yeah.
And it's just been an awesome ride. It's been really fun.
Well, one thing y'all do that's amazing, when you go to sessions, it's an experience. It's not just going into a bar.
Yeah.
I mean, customer service is amazing from the time you hit the door until you leave. And I've always said that, and everybody that goes there says that.
I agree.
And
That's what-
that's amazing and hard to do consistently.
Yeah.
But y'all do.
And I always give the story like when I first went there, walked in there, hey, how many you got? I'm like, going to drink. How many you have? I'm like, I want to go have a drink. I was like, we got 4 people with us. They're like, okay, hold on. I was like, the hell is this? And then we went in. I was like, oh, this is nice. I like this. It's not just like, hey, excuse me, I got to get a drink. It brings a whole nother classier atmosphere to it, of course.
And I think that we hear a lot of complaints about our service model, and the two things that when I say a lot of complaints, we hear 2 complaints.
Right.
We hear, what, I want to come give you money, you don't have room for me, and you're telling me I can't come in.
Yeah.
And 2, I don't want to be sat. I don't want to be directed to my seat. And we do that because we're trying to preserve the experience of the people that are in there drinking that are not in your party, and also providing experience to the consumer when they come in that party. Because this way we identify through our service model that we can put you in an area that is appropriate for your party size. And it also helps the business out because we're able to make sure that we stage things correctly to where we can provide exceptional service all the way around. Because, I was telling Qadeem this 2 days ago that, I was at a chamber meeting in Auburn and, was talking with a couple gentlemen and they said we used pre-COVID, we used to give places a couple chances. Post-COVID, we give places 1 chance.
That's true.
And if you don't get good customer service
that's
and
true.
where it used to be you're a loyal customer and you get 2 bad experiences and now you're just a normal customer before you no longer you get 1 bad service experience. You can have 6, 8 months of great customer service, get 1, and you're not loyal anymore.
Yeah.
And it's really tough right now, and it's hard that's a challenge that's up to us, is to make sure we instill that in our management team and every base level employee, is that the one thing that we ask is, not everybody's going to like our cocktails. That's why we have our guarantee that if you wouldn't pay for it twice, we don't want you to pay for it once, and you're not going to pay for it if you don't like it. But you gotta give exceptional customer service, and it's not hard.
Yeah.
Make sure you're timely, make sure you're efficient, and make sure you go over the menu and you're educated.
Absolutely. The same thing with us with Mexican restaurants. There's a lot of Mexican restaurants. There's a lot of cocktail bars now. And like you said, somebody has that bad experience. Like, I'm never going back there. I'm going to go down the street, go somewhere else. So that's a huge thing, customer service. I know we deal with it. Somebody will make a complaint, and I'd go to the manager like, really? You couldn't fix that, Like you said, give them cheese dip for free.
That's right. Danny Meyer wrote in Setting the Table that, we're in a unique industry to where we have the opportunity to write the last chapter. We're in an industry where something doesn't go right, we have an opportunity to do something awesome and make it memorable. And that's something that as we continue to grow, to get our messaging to our team members, that no matter what it is, we want our people that come and spend time with us to leave with a positive experience. Because something bad can happen, but we have an opportunity to identify it, address it, and then they're going to leave going, that happened, but they did this, and it was awesome.
Yeah, fix it at the moment.
That's
Instead
right.
of somebody going on social media, blasting you.
That's
Then
the
you're having
worst,
to put your
man.
tail behind your, trying to fix it. Like
we could go on a whole different rabbit hole about like people getting on the internet and blasting you, and it's like, well, that's not the whole story.
Yeah,
right.
And
and us as business owners, you can't get on there and tell your side.
I want to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then you look bad. So
Yeah.
you just
Yeah,
kinda,
you look petty.
yeah, exactly.
I really want to get on there and be like, hey man, fuck you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always the one thing I tell my management teams is the last thing you want to tell a customer is no.
Yeah.
That is the last thing you want to do, because that is the last thing they want to hear. Like, if we're able to create an experience to where we never have to tell someone no on a situation, that's what keeps them coming back.
Yeah.
And I feel like in our industry, a lot of people have kind of like taken advantage of being like, well, house rules, like the bartender's always right.
Yeah.
And that's not truly the case when it comes to like customer service and excellence in that standard. And I think that that's really helped our team out a lot, is with any given situation, knowing that we're going to do everything we can do before we have to tell someone no.
Yeah.
And it's just worked out so well. It's
usually just simple stuff.
yeah, always. And people receive it really well. So
And to kind of piggyback on Qadeem, that part of the reason why I think we have had success is that people do go to other markets and things like that, and that's kind of this stigma in the cocktail bartending world that people aren't friendly. It's you should be honored to come drink with us, and it's vice versa. People have families and lives and things going on, and people are volunteering their time to come spend it with us.
Yeah.
And it should make everybody that works in our company hurt on the inside to think that somebody took time out of their day and took their hard-earned dollars that we all know those are finite right now. They're hard to come by, and they're spending it with us. And if they get anything less than an excellent experience.
Absolutely.
And so, it's been awesome opening too, because we're the challenges that come with them, and kind of growing from a entrepreneurial business that has one location to two. And these are still things we're not perfect at, and we're working hard every day to make sure that we're providing the same experience, because our goal is when you walk into Auburn, Alabama, or you walk into Athens, Georgia, you're going to go, man, the consistency of the level of service, and even down to the personalities of the people that work for us, it's like I'm back in my home base in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That definitely helps with success. And like you said, we always joke around, me and Giovanni, like we say, like we're like Burger King, any way you want it.
Yep.
So we'll have somebody like, I tried to order, a taco. They said I couldn't have steak or something stupid. We're like, make it. The cooks will make it.
Yep.
Yeah.
The waiter's like, I didn't know we could make it. Like you're saying, don't tell them no. Go ask somebody.
Go ask.
Like,
Yeah.
Hey, can we do
Always.
this?
That's your manager.
Then they go right on Facebook and make us look bad, and there's no good coming out of that.
That's
like,
right.
I know, like making cocktails, like Hunter Johnson told us, what was that cocktail? Green Bird or something.
Greenpoint.
Greenpoint.
Yeah.
We're like,
Obsessed.
where's that? Is that on the menu? He's like, no, but they'll make it for you.
So that's the glory of the industry. Like, I mean, if we have the ingredients to make it,
Yeah, you're not going.
There's
It's not on this
100
list, and I'm not making it. Sorry.
there's hundreds and hundreds of cocktails in the
Yeah.
world. Like now, we can't make something that you got at some random bar
Yeah, of
somewhere
course,
in the country that is a house original. But if it's a classic or modern classic cocktail and we can get the ingredients,
Yeah.
we make it. The problem with the state of Alabama is you can't always get all the ingredients you need to make something. It's really just what chartreuse is really the one that,
right now.
some Amaros and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, if we can do it, we're going to do it.
And I'll piggyback on that one with cocktails. Qadeem, do you do most of the creating, or you into it now?
No,
or
I'm out.
You out of it
this,
now?
This guy, man, I don't know what's going on in the cocktail world anymore. I got great people. I'm delegating it.
I know he's always posting pictures every single bar I've ever seen. Like next day he's at some place, Tennessee, then he's in Kentucky. I'm like, he's all over the place. These cocktail bars.
It's a little bit of a gut check when you realize that you have people on your team that are a lot better at doing things than you are. And I'm
Which is
grateful.
great.
It's great.
It is.
But I mean, initially you're like, oh man.
Because you couldn't grow otherwise.
Yeah,
I mean, you couldn't have a
exactly.
second location.
So, but Qadeem and Hyatt have really taken. Even both stores have had people.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you kind of pick up on that. But I mean, we've got some good people making stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, what he said. I still do a little bit from time to time, but honestly, man, we have a great team of very passionate people that love creating. At each store, there was. Are y'all familiar with Crew, the service that you can call on if you need somebody on the fly?
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did a cocktail competition at Avenue Pub here in Tuscaloosa, and then they did
Okay,
one.
that's where I saw it.
Yeah, down in Auburn as well. Where was it at? It was at Southeastern. And between both competitions, I think both our stores won. I think it was 5 out of 6 of the competition.
Cool.
That's great.
So it's very awesome to see the people that you've kind of got to grow with also pick up on the creativity and stuff like that. And we got tons of bartenders that are constantly trying to create something new. And this past year, we really let them kind of be more hands-on with submitting cocktails for the menu and stuff. And I think in the spring we'll definitely have a good bit of new cocktails that that are going to be from some of the bartenders at both locations. We did it with our winter menu recently as well, and it's taken off. It's gotten really good feedback, and I only put one drink on that menu. It was I was like, y'all got it. I trust y'all now, and y'all
awesome.
have done an awesome job with creating drinks. And as long as you let me taste them first, we're good to go.
Yeah.
So,
How you deal with
it's been
when
awesome.
you come up with a drink that you think's just amazing and then it doesn't sell good? Like I've had that happen at Jalapenos. Like I got my little taste testing group, some buddies, and they're like, "Man, this is fire. This is gonna be great." Then nobody buys it.
Well, we changed our menu.
Yeah.
And when we
I mean,
change
we
the menu,
do-
it doesn't
yeah.
go back on.
Yeah, that's what we do. But I'm talking
Yeah.
about personally, like for Qadeem, like you
Oh,
make this,
yeah.
like, man, this is one of my favorite, and nobody buys it. You're like, and it just stabs you in the heart. Like that's so good, but nobody wants to try it.
Yeah, it's gut wrenching sometimes.
And especially for us, it's hard because they're like, margaritas. I want a margarita. Like, try this cool new cocktail. Nah, I'm at Jalapenos and get a margarita or a beer.
Yeah.
Like you said, it is gut wrenching. Like,
Yeah,
come
people
on.
love their the basic drinks, the margaritas, the daiquiris, even old fashions are super hot right now. But it's tough, man. It's like you put all that work.
Yeah, it's like your
into it,
baby, and then nobody wants to buy it.
Yeah, and I've honestly I've kind of become numb to it because I'm just like, well, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's how
Let's
I am
do
now.
it
Especially
again.
with our downtown location, we try a lot more different cocktails, and I'll put out a new menu. And I'll ask the managers, hey, what sold? This one or that one? Like, take those off, put those on, come up with something new, see if it sells, try it out.
Yeah,
But it is gut wrenching though.
Trial
You're
and
like,
error.
nobody wants this one.
that's a big part of my job now. Every day I'm checking the quantity of different cocktails sold to see
See what's good, what's not good.
This is popping off, and right now it's kind of predictable because like the drinks, we've gotten it down to a T where we know which drinks are going to pop off because we want to be prepared from a prep standpoint to have enough for those really popular drinks.
For sure, yeah.
And then there's I would say it's about maybe 60-40, 60 guaranteed we know are going to do well, and 40 we kind of like roll the dice on to see
Yeah.
like these are very creative. They're out there and they're different. And we'll see if they work this time. If they do, they'll move on to the next round. If not, we'll scrap it and we won't put it back on a menu. And that's kind of what we did with the winter menu this year. Cool. And this one is really like it's a bunch of hitters on there. It's just
that's always nice when you got, like you said, a bunch of hitters that everybody loves. You're like, I can't even change the spring menu because all these are everybody loves them. Got to come up with something new.
Now, are both stores same menu or same drinks, different? Just depends. And does something sell in Auburn it doesn't sell in Tuscaloosa?
Oh yeah,
really?
I wouldn't say it's a completely different market,
Right.
But it's a kind of a different market, and in good ways.
Yeah.
I like that they're both different because I've been able to learn about two different markets, what those markets really enjoy drinking, and what we can do to continue to improve their experience with those that they favor.
Yeah.
And I would say Tuscaloosa's a little bit more on the boozier side. Auburn's a little bit more on like the sweet and tiki side.
Okay.
And the cool thing about that is we can do both of those pretty well.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch. I would say we started out with a good list of drinks when we first opened up that we've just been able to kind of continuously build on and add some new things. And the cool thing about opening up Auburn was we learned that margaritas down there reign supreme. So
And our margarita was never super popular in Tuscaloosa.
yeah.
It was just, everybody came in and ordered a ton
Something
of it.
different.
Down there, it's like the go-to. And I'm like, we got all these cocktails, and we're selling a hell of a lot of margaritas.
crazy.
That's because they don't have jalapenos down there, so they gotta get them. But you're talking about like different markets, even for us in Tuscaloosa having 4 locations, just how spread they are in the county, it's different markets. Like our Cottondale location, I buy twice as much liquor there. Northport, I sell twice as much beer. It's just 10 minutes from each other.
That's very
It's crazy.
fascinating.
It is. It's crazy.
Because it's like markets within a market.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And-
Little micro markets.
Yeah, that's really cool. I never thought about it like that.
Like they're similar, but like I said, Cottondale, I'll go buy through 8-9 cases of tequila, and maybe buy the spillway like 1 case. But we sell a lot more wine or beer there.
Yep.
It's weird how just the little, like you said, micro markets almost are.
Yeah.
It's pretty
That's
cool.
really cool.
I got a wrench to throw at you. I know you eyed our little bar over there. You want to do a cocktail challenge?
Let's do it.
That's why we brought the fucking bar over here. Okay.
We did just for you. That's
Let's-
been in the warehouse, and we
It's
pulled
been in
it
the
out.
warehouse. I'll
Yeah,
show
let's do it.
And it's going to be sweetened with allspice dram, which is going to be a minnow bitters with allspice. And I don't know what all's in it, but it's fucking delicious. I know that. So it's got this nice cinnamon and baking spices from Thanksgiving. So it smells wonderful. Typically it's made with lime juice, but since all we got is lemon juice, it's citrus. It gets the job done. So we're gonna do a 3/4 ounce of fresh squeezed citrus juice, typically lime, today lemon. We're gonna do a 1/2 ounce of our allspice dram. And that stuff's strong, which is why we're gonna use a 100 proof bottled and bond bourbon, because we want that bourbon to really shine through and not get overpowered. And we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of our bourbon. It's good stuff, man. I love. Evan Williams gets shit on because everybody drank the green label growing up.
Yeah.
The white label's good. I like the black label as far as cheap whiskey goes. I mean, if I'm tailgating, I'll drink Evan Williams black label. So, and we're gonna put a couple dashes of Angostura bitters in here. And like I said, this is like a high proof bourbon daiquiri, sweetened with allspice dram. So it's one of my favorite cocktails. The fun fact about Session Bar is before we first opened up, I wanted it to be a tiki bar, but I didn't feel like a tiki bar would work in Tuscaloosa, so we pivoted. But it was supposed to be a tiki bar. That's right. Oh, we'll just share it. We know. Cheers. It's right up my alley, man. It's not too sweet. Got the allspice notes to it.
Hey, you can taste the allspice coming through.
Tastes that good bourbon on the front end. So, and that is a classic. I didn't come up with that.
Lion's tail.
Kind of lion's tail.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Never had that one.
Can we get this at Sessions?
We don't have allspice dram, but
Okay.
he says that we can get it now. So, be on the lookout for a bottle on the shelf very soon.
Very good.
And it's not, it's not too sweet,
Yeah.
And as I get older, man, I've realized that the only thing that gives me a hangover is sugar.
Yep.
So if I drink cocktails with the only added sugar to it is from liqueurs, just a little bit. And also as I got older, like I don't need a mask. I want to taste the spirits. I want when I get a cocktail, I want the rum, the tequila, the bourbon to be center stage, and I want the other flavors to dance with it in the background. So, and a lot of people, it's personal preference. A lot of people like it to where everything that dances in the front and then in the background is going to be the premier spirit. So that's Lion's Tail, guys.
I like it.
Cheers.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
It's really good.
You up next, Qadeem?
Let's do it.
I'll go up next. Third.
Walking out of my sweatpants. Everybody's at the home one.
Straight. This is what I call straight bourbon.
So this is totally gonna be just off the dome, and it's kind of funny because like these are all flavors I wanted to play with, so I hope it turns out good.
Try it out and see.
Let's see, how many ounces was that little cup that you used? I might use that.
That's a good glass. Probably 5.5.
Okay.
So you want to dump it out?
Open one of these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a half ounce of lemon, so I'm gonna do like a gimlet variation. I really was feeling this time, so let's see how it goes with this. Do equal parts of all these.
See, man, I get up there. I'm like, I'm just gonna make a classic. Qadeem's like,
We'll make
man,
some.
I'm gonna try some.
we're gonna do it.
If this ends up on the menu, it better be called the Boozy Spirit.
Oh, you already know.
In the Boozy Spirit Bar Studio.
Yeah, for any, y'all got it going on, man. This is awesome.
We're about 6 weeks in,
About 6 weeks in.
so came a long way in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Our first show was. I got a lot, but still.
You get a little better.
Yeah.
A little better every time. So,
We'd love to try something new, and this is really what we want to show people how to make drink.
We're gonna drink anyway, so might as well.
well, we're gonna tell y'all need to go ahead and get a kitchen in here. Start bringing some chefs in as well.
Yeah.
Like, and you ain't gotta get much. Get a little hot area with,
That's our kitchen that we put over there.
Yeah,
And we started out, we were just gonna have this bar set, and me and Matt were gonna stand behind it like, hey, this is so and so. You can get ABC and start reviewing it. And we kinda just
I
did
really
it.
love this tile bar.
I got that at an estate sale.
Bro, it's fire.
Kinda
Like, I totally like.
for like fancy.
Man, I'm thinking about our next bar that we do. Not doing a tile bar top like that.
It would be cheaper if Tuscaloosa.
That's a fire. So I'm gonna go skiing in Winter Park, Colorado at some point this year, and they got this hotel bar that they bought Winston Churchill's. Winston Churchill's home bar. So that's what the bar you drink at, and it's still got its cigar stains
That's freaking crazy.
on the
Yeah.
bar top.
Have that history.
See, Qadeem shakes things too hard and busts up all the ice. Can't get it out of there.
You were shaking just as hard as I was.
So what is this called?
Um,
What would you call this?
oh, here it is. I'm gonna call it. I don't know.
Boozy Spirit.
Honestly,
The Boozy
guys, let me
Spirit.
tell y'all this, and Qadeem and anybody that come up with the drinks, the easy part.
Yeah.
The name's the hard
Yeah,
part.
it is.
Really? Yeah, man.
It is.
And everybody's so critical, they'll look at the name and be like, I don't want to order that. And
It
it's
is
like, it's a
true.
great cocktail.
I agree with you. That's why I'm trying to come up with like off the wall names for our menu, something cool, which I know y'all.
When I was
do,
making drinks, I just came up with everything was a Seinfeld episode name.
It's good.
Uh,
It's different, but it's what I wanted it to taste like.
Okay. It is good. Did you put gin in it?
So I did equal parts of Bombay Sapphire,
That's unique.
and I did.
It takes that's down, come out a whole lot.
I wanted to do I had to put the
That's
TiVo
great.
rack in there.
Yeah, it's totally different.
because this has such a unique flavor to it that it always comes out like on the back end.
Yeah. It's that fennel, that whatever.
Yeah.
Licorice or whatever. It's licorice.
And this matches really well with the thyme.
Does.
I haven't used the thyme. And then I sprayed it with a little bit of the spiced lemon oil for the
so many
aroma.
different flavors.
Yeah, it just like keeps changing.
Yeah.
He's better this than
I'm all about
Good.
taking you on a journey, palate for palate. Like I
Yeah.
want everything to, not necessarily hit you with so many flavors that you can't understand it, but just like take you through the flavor step for step. And that's what I've really grown to enjoy in making cocktails is that side of things. So when I saw these fun things to play with, I was like, could have did a classic like Hunter did, but I had to switch it up.
Stepped outside.
I give both of them 2 thumbs up. Fucking awesome.
Definitely.
That's good.
The boozy spirit.
That's
The
good.
boozy spirit.
And to do it on the fly with limited resources.
I want to do something. I want to make up something.
Do it.
This might taste like shit. We'll just cut.
I've never seen you mix, but I have seen you mix because you came up with all the freaking drinks.
Yeah. Alright. I don't know if this will be good, but I'm trying it out though. Tequila.
Lack of confidence makes me not want to try it.
You got to sell it.
It's just gotta be the
bomb. Best goddamn drink ever had. Put some chocolate mole bitters.
Oh, those are the best. Who makes those?
This one is made by Woodster.
Okay.
A little larceny barrel proof for fun.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, I love the spirit forward drinks.
That was one of the concepts for downtown Highlands we stole from y'all. Everything has 2 ounces.
Oh,
You're
really?
gonna pay more. You're gonna get it made with Patron, Casamigos, good stuff.
I think that's a good
bottom of the
call.
barrel shit.
It is.
But it's gonna be $5 stuff.
You brew it as hard.
Yeah.
We'll put it up for it melt.
You just melt it on the pocket.
Gotta get an ice maker back there.
You need to. Got a freezer.
Y'all just let us know when you're shooting. Y'all come by the bar and pick up some cocktail rock.
Almost tastes like a root beer.
I was about to say, it was a lot of allspice brand in there, so.
Oh, I put walnut.
Oh, walnut.
Yeah, this one. The
Oh.
walnut liqueur. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. Is it? It's the Mexican root beer.
Put it on the menu.
I just think it's like some root beer.
Wow. It's root beer.
Try it.
That's crazy.
Larceny barrel proof tequila, walnut, chocolate bitters.
So how much do you put? How much tequila and?
I ain't really know. I'm not
There you go.
smart like they are. That's probably like ounce and a half, ounce and a half.
Not smart
ounce
like
and a
they
half.
are. I ain't smart, man. I just work hard.
Like 3 ounces of good liquor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
that was awesome.
So I guess this is the initiation that we're gonna get y'all to come startend behind the bar, and so Qadeem will set it up. We'll get y'all behind the bar and teach y'all how to make a couple of our cocktails, and y'all can just tell all your friends to come in.
The only way I'll do that is Hunter Johnson works the door.
That's perfect.
That's how you
I don't think we'll have to twist his
Yeah, you
arm.
ain't got to twist his arm on that one. How this will do you one even better. We'll make him be your bar back.
There you go.
We'll make him get you ice. Hear that, Hunter Johnson?
Nice.
Get fucking ice.
Nice.
Um,
Mexican root beer.
That was awesome, guys.
Go.
Know
finish
that
off
we're getting-
sitting down.
getting to put on a show, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I give that to your Don Julio 2 thumbs up as well.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, right here. 2
Good
thumbs
stuff.
up.
That's good stuff.
What's the Dave Chappelle skit where he's like, I wish I had 4 thumbs giving them titties 4 thumbs down. I wish I had 4 thumbs giving them that Don Julio 4 thumbs up.
That's pretty good. All right, let's see. I got a surprise for you.
Oh hell.
This is a Tequila de Mamas Reserva. Got in Mexico. It's an extra añejo.
Ooh.
Pretty bottle. I grabbed it out of my personal collection because hopefully Qadeem never seen it before, even though he's been all over the fucking world.
Have you seen that before?
Of course not.
He's like,
Really?
I got some
I've
in my
never
house.
been to Mexico. That's on the list, though.
Shot of it.
So what was hiking in Scotland like?
Man, that
How long did you stay there?
I was there about 13 days.
That had to be amazing.
It was
What time of year was this?
August.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still
there's-
cloudy and overcast and
raining
Check
every
the
day.
bottle out.
I
Beautiful
love this
bottle.
bottle.
yeah.
What is this, like a 1 point? This is a liter. It feels like a 1.5 because of the base of
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
how wide it is.
That's good stuff. That's from deep in my personal collection.
I was gonna say I need to come over to your bar because I want to see this collection. I mean, I've seen videos of it, and it's looks like the ABC store pretty much.
That's good stuff, isn't it?
What?
I've definitely never had any tequila like that before.
No.
It's incredible.
Holy crap, that's good.
And the bottle's just so cool. 'Cause that's why I originally got it, because the bottle just hand painted. Looks really cool. Look cool behind my bar.
If I could always have a bottle of that wherever I went to like go drink,
Oh yeah,
I would never have to order a cocktail again.
yeah.
I just get that on ice.
It is fantastic. Well, I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. We had fun with the Boozy Spirit bar over there.
Yeah, it was
That was
awesome.
That was a fun
awesome.
little segment.
It was fun.
Hopefully, we won't be the last people to get to use it.
No, I think we'll start doing that more. That's what I had the idea. Called Matt. I think you were out of town. I called him. Like, I just came with this idea. I was
You
in
did,
the
yeah.
car rider line picking up my daughter. I'm like, what if we move that little bar set and surprise Qadeem? I'm like, let's do some surprise cocktails. He's like, let's do it.
I was very surprised.
I teased you yesterday when I sent you some pictures. I said, I got surprises for you.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
like,
I
I don't
saw
want
the
it. I
I
don't
saw
want
the lineup and I was like, Mad Vines
Yeah.
coming through.
But I didn't want to let him have 24 hours to do homework or nothing.
Yeah.
So throw him on the spot. We came up with a good one though.
Yeah, both of y'all. Great job.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate guys being on here. Had fun.
That was a great time, man.
We,
Yeah.
we
Anything y'all wanna?
plug away or what you got going on in session?
Yeah. What's the drink of the month?
You know, I don't know what the drink of the month is right now because he takes care of that. But we have decorated both of our stores to very festive for Christmas.
Yeah, we've been in there. It looks very
It
nice.
looks great, man. Both stores they've done a fantastic job, and you know we're as we get more structure, we have some exciting things for next year to do more pop-up style bars from around themes of the year and stuff like that. So you should be on the lookout to be doing some. We brought our marketing guy in house, and he's been really working with operations, on ideas of how can that memorable customer experience.
absolutely, yeah.
Let's put what can we do that creates those powerful moments that you walk in and you go, man, I remember being there and the service and the atmosphere and the decor. And so we have a couple things in the works that we should roll out at different points through next year that should help be real festive and fun throughout the year.
Awesome. And I had never been to the Auburn location, but do y'all have cow print in the bathroom?
We actually have crocodile wall skin paper in the bathroom.
That was a missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity, man. Hey, it's real funny because everybody I know, I'm like, man, Auburn's pretty cool, man.
Oh yeah.
Like it's I've spent a lot of time down there. They got a really good food scene.
Cool.
It's
Do y'all get any of the people from the hospitality school there?
I think we got a couple kids that work for us.
Okay.
I'm so disconnected with like the where they come from.
Right.
I walk in and I'm excited to see them. I'm glad to have them on board, get to know them. But I don't quite know. Our managers take care of all the hiring. So
Yeah.
but they have this beautiful hospitality school down there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fucking incredible.
Yeah. I mean, it's stated though. I mean, it's
It's only
In the
only kind
country.
in the
Yeah.
only kind in the country. So
Very cool. Well, thank you both for coming on. Had a great time.
Definitely.
It was awesome.
Thanks for having us.
yeah,
Come
man, it was
on.
awesome.
You come on again in January.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
It's another cocktail challenge or whatever. Have fun with it.
So.